Hi, Mr. Chinnabandar. You can call me Mr. C. I teach the computer programming class at New Horizons, and I want to give you a brief update of what it's going to be like when you're here in fall and spring of next year. Bottom line is, as you can see on the PowerPoint, we have 3 high school credits. In the fall, it's going to be 1.5. It's called programming, and we'll learn all the foundational concepts, and the language is going to be Java. Spring also Java. It's called advanced programming, some of the what's called the object-oriented concepts in Java. And we also get 14 college credits from Thomas Nelson Community College. Lastly, we have a certification from Microsoft for Java programming. So this is a snapshot in terms of credits and in terms of certifications. Okay. All right. The next big thing is, what's the class like? The class is mostly online in the sense that the content's going to be online. So we'll have a course webpage. I'll be posting a lot of daily and weekly content, and we'll have lots of example programs we'll go over, and then you'll have in-class assignments. The point here is to keep the lectures brief so that you have a good handle on what the concept is, but really the learning will happen from doing them. And we'll have quizzes and tests as well. So they're not a quiz and test heavy course, but we'll certainly have quizzes and tests, especially in the fall, because we want to check how well you've really grasped all the foundational concepts. So that's the basic idea of the mechanics of the class. In terms of the fall semester, we'll learn all the concepts that we need to know, and then obviously we'll do some quizzes and tests so that we know that you know those concepts very well, that you can apply them to solve problems, so on and so forth. Now obviously we're also a project-based class, which means that since we meet 2 hours and 20 minutes every day, 5 days a week, we will have lots of time to do some of the projects that you would like to do. Now, the tech field is a very active field. Lots of things are changing all the time. So what we have done here is given you enough of a cross-section of all the fields that you can do some projects on. So one would be just computer science. Computer science is something that's very, I would say, conventional, traditional. It's been around for 50 plus years. So you can certainly do projects in that field, mostly in algorithms and things like searching and sorting and things like that. Data science is a relatively new field. It's a combination of statistics and algorithms and computer science. So it's got some interesting new applications given how data intensive our life is. So there's lots of data, we have different kinds of data. We have the speed at which data is coming in is also pretty high. So there's lots of different aspects to it. So we'll do a lot of interesting projects if you're interested in data science. We're not a data science class, but I do have some background in that. Thirdly, the new topic also is cloud computing, and that's just another interesting idea where things move to the cloud. Simply means that instead of doing something in-house, you're going to just essentially rent server space, computing space, storage space from a big company like, let's say, Amazon or Google or Microsoft, and they do a lot of interesting infrastructure maintenance for you. So lots of jobs in that field. We're trying to partner with Thomas Nelson to get some kind of a certification from Amazon Web Services. That's still in progress. Lastly, obviously the most popular one is gaming, and in gaming, again, we're not a gaming class, but having said that, gaming can certainly be a good project topic. Gaming can range from making simple, platform games, simple Pong-like games, all the way to, I would say, graphic design, 3D modeling, AR, VR stuff, virtual reality, augmented reality stuff. So we have all kinds of software kits for all these things. You will take a lead role in that, since we're not particularly a gaming class, but I'm surely going to help you as much as I can in the programming details of it. That's where I can help you the most. Lastly, what is the expected behavior? Well, basically the assumption is you're here to learn, so your behaviors and your actions will be in line with that basic assumption. So you will do the work, you'll ask me questions, you're not going to bother your colleagues who are doing work, you're not going to distract from the basic mission of the class. And if anything is not going fine, you're more than welcome to come and talk to me anytime. Bottom line is, this class is your class, and your input is the key. My job is more to kind of manage the environment and make sure that you're getting the most out of this class. One more slide I want to talk about in terms of advice. So lastly, what advice can someone give you? Well, all of you have been selected because you have good GPAs. It seems like you're genuinely interested in learning. But when it comes to programming, it's all in the doing, right? So the key is to make sure that when you're doing a programming project or just a programming problem, either one, that you ask the right questions. Because if the questions are not yours, you're not going to care about the answers. That's the key there, okay? It could be as simple as what is the problem asking. And then the key is to not lose sight of what you're trying to do. So the bottom line is, if you spend some time thinking about what is the problem, what are some of the steps you can think about before you start programming it, it's much more easier and interesting, so that when things don't go right, you're a lot more curious rather than frustrated. Because frustration is the key, and the last point is just going to reinforce that. As with anything, you have to push through frustration to learn, and once you do it, it becomes a kind of muscle, and then very quickly you start enjoying the process. So that's the basic experience here, that's the basic highlight, and I hope to see you in fall.